Good morning, it's Claire Saunders from What's New in Electronics TV, and I'm here at Electronica 2024 on the last day. I'm lucky to be joined by Tommaso De Vivo. De Vivo? Yes,
Yes.
apologies, from XJTech. Hello, and thank you very much for coming by.
Thank you very much, Claire, and good morning, everyone.
Please tell me a little bit more about XJTech, the history, what you guys are about.
Yeah, so XJTAG is a company based in Cambridge, UK. It has been founded more than 20 years ago now, and we came from the experience of consultancy, which we're doing for big electronic companies in the UK mainly. And at that time, we started to face some issues or some limitation for testing probably some of the customers' board that we were developing. So we started to look on the market, what was available at that point. We didn't find anything exciting enough for what we were looking for, so we decided, why don't we start making something internal to make good testing? So that's where we started to work on this particular tool that we are promoting today. And this tool became so nice and so useful for our customers that we decided to move most of our resources toward this particular tool and particular technology, and now we are market leader actually after 20 years of history. So that
Fantastic.
was a kind of exciting journey.
For sure, that's
Yeah.
great, that's great news.
Yeah.
And you have specific standards you cover, I
Absolutely.
believe.
So the company is actually expert on JTAG boundary scan standard. So JTAG is a standard which has been implemented, I think, about 40 years ago. We're talking about 90s when it was implemented and released. It's part of IEEE, and what we are doing, we are applying this standard to test electronics boards. So we are experts with this standard, and the standard has been introduced actually for having a much easier test solution for any electronic board which is using devices implementing this standard. So this is a standard which made a big difference in the accessibility limitation on some of the boards, because the electronics, of course, is becoming less and less accessible with dense board, very complex devices, and this standard gives a huge improvement in the way you can actually test your boards. And we are seeing more and more customers looking for this technology because, of course, they realize that the boards are not accessible anymore.
Yeah,
So
okay.
that's why we see a really big increase of demand for this type of technology. Even if it's 40 years old, it's becoming now more and more popular than it was in the past, of course.
Okay, and it's a global standard?
It's a global standard, yes.
Okay.
It's used by the electronic industry worldwide. So most of the microcontroller, FPGA, processor, CPLD are already implementing this standard. So it's just use it as it is on the device that customers are implementing and fitting on their boards.
Okay, that's fantastic. And
Yeah.
I see that you brought some product to show us.
Absolutely. So this is actually the main reason why we decided to join Electronica this year, because we have a fantastic new product that we are previewing, because it's not yet available for being used, but it's available at least for being demonstrated. So
Okay.
we are looking forward in the beginning of the new year to have it available for our clients. And it actually, of course, dealing with our standard is supplying an 8-tap controller. So tap is the test access port that we use for accessing the devices which are compliant with the standard. And 8 access port means that you can deal with very complex boards just using one device. But if you have less complex board, all the other pins which are not used for boundary scan can be used for GPIOs. So
Okay.
basically this gives a huge flexibility to do a lot of type of testing on complex or even less complex board. And this device, with the same family that come with the same functionality of the other family that we were using, which is a unique functionality of optimized scan.
Okay.
Basically, this means that every chain on your board can run at its own frequency, which is not something common in the boundary scan domain. So it makes much faster tests, especially for complex board where engineers have maybe one slower device on, together with the faster device. Now, this is not a limitation anymore. So this is a great tool that we hope to be very successful with, because our clients that we have seen during this week have been very much excited to see these new features.
That was my next question. I
Yes.
was hoping to see that you'd have a very positive response from it.
Absolutely, yes. That
That's
was
great.
a very, very good experience here. So we are very happy to have been here and presented this new product we just developed.
Fantastic. Well,
Yeah.
thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much, Claire.
And
It was a
We
pleasure.
wish you all the best, and we're looking forward to seeing it on the market.
Absolutely. Yes, look forward to that.
Brilliant.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.